Hey everybody, Mike here. So VEVOR sent me out this hole saw kit for me to try and see what I thought and then give a review on this. So that's what we're gonna do today real quick. First thing about this kit that I really like, how high quality the case is compared to most that you'll get on various other brands. I really like the latches they put on this compared to these flap style latches that you get on some of these cases where that one still works, that one fell off a long time ago. These latches tend to last a lot longer, which help keep your case closed when you're storing it. There's two different mandrels with this kit. So not only does each mandrel have its own separate drill bit already in place, they include 4 more drill bits with this kit. That's kind of unheard of. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a hole saw kit where it's come with this many drill bits as backups. It's got the step here in the bit as well. So when you go to replace that, put your set screw down, it locks that bit in place, keeps that bit from sliding. Right off the bat, this is a really nice touch to have these extra bits lined up in place. You don't have to source those anytime soon. Now, as I said, you've got 2 mandrels, one for your smaller bits and one for your larger size hole saw bit. This kit starts at a 3/4 inch hole saw, which is feed on your small mandrel. Now, this doesn't have any of the notches to lock this in place, so this just simply threads on. So the small mandrel will take you up to the 1 1/8 inch size hole saw, like you see there. And then from there, once you get into the 1 1/4, on these larger style, they have the 4 holes like you see here. Thread that in. It doesn't have to even be all the way threaded. And then line up your holes, push down on your lock collar like so, and you're locked in, ready to go. This set goes clear up to a 4 1/2 inch size hole saw. It's an 18-piece set total. So you have quite a bit of adjustability when it comes to what size hole it is you need to drill. Now, the claim that caught my eye on the listing for this hole saw kit, it's safe to drill through nails. On other hole saw brands that I've used in the past, I've actually only gotten 1 or 2 uses out of these hole saws before I've broken a tooth off and had to return that bit because it didn't even finish my project. I want to see if this will actually cut through a nail. I'm going to try that using my 15 gauge nailer, shot on the end of a 2x4. I'm also going to drive a 16D nail in the end and see if it'll cut through that or not. We'll see if these hole saw bits hold up to the claim. Since these will drill through up to 1.5 inch bore, we're going to use a 2x4 to drill through. Let's use a 2-inch hole saw on our mandrel here. Lock that in place. These nails are plenty long enough, so I'll show you here. I'll shoot a couple into the board here. A couple nails on the end of that board. And on this end, let's drive that 16D nail on the end of this, see what it does. Let's start off with something easy real quick. This is just a soft pine board with no nails in it. So as you can see, that cut through that like butter. Little to no tear out on that side of the board, which has to be expected. Let's get to the real test now. This is the end that I shot those 15 gauge nails into. Let's see what this does. That cut right through those 15 gauge nails with no problem. So I'm pretty impressed with that so far. And get that dude out of there. We're just gonna thread that off of there real quick. We should be able to just push on this back side. There we go. And there's your 2 15 gauge nails right there. So cut right through those with no problem. Little to no tear out. Pretty clean hole. Now the true test. Can it do a 16D nail? Here's your 16D nail right there. Definitely warm. I don't see any teeth boogered up. This one, the plug fell right out. There's your 16D nail right there in the center. And it actually cut it on both sides. Cutting a 16D nail twice while I was making that cut. I'm pretty impressed, guys. I don't think I've had a hole saw in the past, even some of the name brands, that would be able to handle that 16D nail without losing a tooth or damaging the blade. So far, first time I've used that bit, but I'm pretty impressed with that so far. I really can't say that I beat the heck out of these things. That's a 2-inch hole saw that I used on that. Teeth are all still intact and look like they're in pretty good shape. That first one with that pine board, cut through that like butter, which I fully expected that too. Every hole saw kit ever made should be able to do that. The second test I did with the 15 gauge nails, that one did pretty good too. I did feel that tooth start to kind of catch that nail, but with it being such a small diameter and I was going at a slower speed, I kind of expect that to happen. Did have a little bit of tear out on that one there, it looks like, but all in all, not too bad for a hole saw. And then on this one with the 16D nail, I really feel like that was a pretty good test. I could have gone to like a 30D nail, I guess, but that'd be kind of excessive for what you're going to find in a wall or something. If you're drilling in a wall stud, you don't know there's a nail there. You want a hole saw, it's going to be good enough. It'll be a chew through a nail with no problem. You're not really going to find any 30D nails in a wall, in my opinion. Not saying they aren't out there, but 16D is going to be our most common. So far, like I said, I'm pretty impressed with this kit. I'll have to get some more time on it, but first initial impressions, I'm extremely impressed. So in all honesty, this is probably one of the most complete kits I've seen out there as far as hole saws go. Everywhere from 3/4 up to 4 1/2 inch. It's got these extra drill bits included, which, like I said before, is unheard of. They just don't send those in a kit like this. All while in a nice, compact, durable case to keep everything organized. It's going to be a great addition to my shop here. I think it's going to get a lot of use over the years. And I also want to say thanks again to VEVOR for sending this kit out to me and allowing me to give this a shot.